Hello, Loda. This is Cryptic. Um, I wanted to make a video showcasing what I do when I solo. I got the idea talking to Homeless. He made Evicted and was asking a few questions about how I play Necro. So I come into Degmar. Um, I'm going to show the complete split of this camp. It's one of my favorite camps. Uh, doesn't have any of the spectral guys really that like to mez my pet and stuff and make it real difficult. Plus the boss is undead. Therefore my where is it? Centithul has a slow that triggers off of it versus undead mobs. So come over here. This is generally where I like to start. I guess I should go over my spell setup really. Uh, You're gonna see me press alt like this a lot because I have a Razer Naga mouse, and so I just use the corresponding keys on my mouse with my thumb to cast the spells. But I use Cascading Doom Shield. It gives a nice shield to my pet and then heals it when it's done. I prefer this one over J-Pack because J-Pack has a really long recast. And it doesn't have stages, and it doesn't heal your pet at the end, like this one does. Plus, you can lower its cooldown with this, or its recast. Next, I have Ignite Synopsis, pretty strong cheap dot, Annihilation, Jorub, Glistening Venom, Pallet Haze, Pyre of the Lost, Lavinia's Decay, Smoldering Shadow, our Life Tap Dot. This thing is our Duke that gives us increased damage over time spells when it triggers, and my tap. As for my setups down here, assist key obviously, pet attack. I did put Merc assist on this, so that way if I ever am like using a tank Merc in a group or something, it triggers off of my pet attack. Centithul, Crouching Darkness, Dying Grasp, which is almost instantaneous life tap AA. Pestilence Paralysis allows us to root. Death Piece is Feign Death. Death's Effigy is our Feign Death with a Fade. Harm Shield, DA. And Balmer's Carapace. This ability is really freaking strong. If you read it here, when activated, it consumes 1% of your maximum health every 6 seconds and absorbs up to 350,000 total damage for 1 minute. It's basically like having a DA that you can keep casting during. Super strong. Whisper Wind, that's our teleport in front of you ability. Sit, obviously. Wake the Dead. These are more of my DPS burns, I guess. So it's gonna summon corpses. I think this one's archers, and this one's like melee dudes. The little swarm pet things. Focus Arcanum. This is gonna make it so my spells land easier. Silent Casting reduces your aggro. Mercurial Torment increases the spell casts of your dots. You spam them off a lot faster. Hand of Death. What does Hand of Death do? Increase the base damage of your level 105 and lower damage over time spells by 30 to 120%. Really strong. Heretic's Twin Cat, or Spire. I skipped one. Spire, increase crit rate and damage, I do believe. Yeah, it also buffs your pet a little bit. Heretic's Twin Cast, this thing is broken. Allows you to twin cast up to 16 damage over time spells. When you click it, each spell gets hit with it, and then through the whole duration, it twin casts. It's really, really, really strong. Funeral Pyre. This one, I don't use this very much unless I'm really, really trying to burn because of the increased mana cost. So like on the boss over here, I probably won't hit this because I want to keep clearing the entire room, and it'll slow me down because it'll eat so much of my mana. Gathering Dusk adds a little bit of a dot, but the main thing that's awesome about it is it increases your spell's damage. Damage over time spells by 8%. Yeah, the base damage part of it. So really, really good. Life Burn. This one sacrifices a huge chunk of health. Do a big DD. I don't hit that one very often, just because it's scary getting low on HP. Intensity Resolute is our Fed AA thing. These are mostly like my defensive ones and pet ones. Summon to bring my pet directly to me. Frenzied Dead is a nice buff that you get off of Fury. This thing actually has a really sweet ability attached to it at the last rank. 16k life tap. It is super, super strong for your pet. Companion's Aegis. It's kind of like that J-Pack thing that I showed earlier, only it's going to, yeah, 12 hits, up to 40,000 damage per hit. I mean, it's super, super strong. Fortify Companion, amazing ability. You get these two buffs on your pet. Spare and vulnerable to most attacks, but also unable to attack for 18 seconds. Reduce the potency of damage spells against thing. It's, yeah, super, super good. Main companion, obviously, heal. Embrace Decay removes debuffs from yourself. Poison, disease, and curse counters, 35. It's decent, I guess. Staunch Recovery, I keep that up for, say I get res during raid. I want to full blast my HP and mana to keep going on the target. Armor of Experience, Speeding Recovery, Lesson, and all those are kind of self-explanatory. Cloak Shadows is our Invis. Perfected IVU. I only keep the group one up here instead of the single because it hits me anyway. Our Anchor's Gate. Levant is our self-only evac. Really good ability to keep up. Deadman Floating is obviously Deadman Floating. Blood Magic. This one, every spell you cast afterwards is going to sacrifice your health instead of your mana pool. Death Bloom is our mana regen type thing. It's really great. I usually hit it about 50% of my mana, and it'll almost take me up to full. Disable Cascading Decay. Yes, this is a big one. So on raids, I always disable this because it eats up a slot and it only crits for about 10 grand anyway. Gift of the Grave, super awesome. Sorbs. That's this. I keep SCS on here, Spellcasting Subtlety, for when I want to kite. Obviously removing it so I can hold the aggro better. My little clickies here, the Ladies Entry, this is our Tash click. It's pretty sweet. It's mobs that are super magic resistant. Blightbringer's Tunic, amazing. 40% increased crit dot rate. Awesome. It's my clicky from our thing. It's a little like pet that hits for 12 grand, 12.5 every 5 seconds. It's meh. Sorcerer's Blade, what's this? Oh yeah, this is like a little crit dot. Crit rate and critical damage increase. Very short, it only has like 4 charges, I think. My Phoenix Earring, this is... Oh, Shrink my pet, that's right. And my own personal shrink click, Nike Mod Rod. I use this in conjunction with Death Bloom when it eats my health, because it's a little health regen thing. It's pretty sweet. Also great on bosses because of the 3000 feedback. Circle of Mana clicky, the little aura. Wish I had a better one than that. I keep this earring on here because this is our duration on our dots thing. Increases the duration of detrimental spells by 35%. So when I go to cast Mortiferous Wounds, I'll click it so it's on my cursor, cast the ability so that way it doesn't last, it only lasts the 136, and put it back back on after I'm done casting, as opposed to the 142 to 206. This is that clicky illusionary spikes, my mount. Alright, so we went over the spells pretty well. Put block back on there. Let's do this thing. Pull a Scent of Thule. He actually hit me and stunned me a little there. I'd use Smoldering, Lavinius, Pyre of Jorb, or Pyre of the Lost, rather. Now see, I got a Gift of Mana proc here, so I'm gonna skip. Normally I would hit this, and I'm gonna hit Pyre of Jorb instead. Save myself, because it's like a free cast. It's our Heart City dot, and then I do Ignite. Now I'm gonna use Impose, in hopes of getting the increased dot. Ooh, Jorb must have hit really hard there. That's not bad. See, now I got it, and I got a little Gift of Mana thing. I'll throw on Annihilation and kill this guy faster. Alright, for this one, you see how there's two here? The Guardians we can root off and stuff. I kind of got lucky on this spawn. Maybe I should show how I, like, double tank it. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to turn hold on. Or no, we're gonna G hold it. Boom. It's gonna grab that one. Then I'm going to switch to the Guardian back and then taunt that one instead too. We're gonna melt one. Now he's got aggro on both mobs. Dot one up. So it doesn't go on my healer. Just double tank him. Now it can get a little hairy trying to tank two at once, so I might throw on a Doom Shield here. See, took a big round there. Let's throw Aegis. There we go. Go and tank both. Throw another Doom Shield. And we should be able to finish it out. Do this one. Start dotting them up. Another Gift of Mana. This time I got it before I casted Lost, so I'm going to use Pallet Haze. It's more damage, and it's cheaper, mana-wise. Nice, got a good proc there. Alright, now I move to about right here. This allows me to be able to target that guy after I pull him. He doesn't assist for whatever reason. Let's pull him out. Go through our dot rotation. Should for sure kill him. There we go. Alright. So now, in prep for the boss, I'm going to hit Fortify Companion. Companion's Aegis. He's all nice and boofed up. Then I'm going to hit Focus, Silent, Crucial's Tournament, Hand, Spire, Heretics, Breastplate, Click, Pull. There we go. Got him in there, nice and easy. Death Bloom, I am kind of low on mana, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that. Now we just run through our dot rotation. He's chunking through my pet pretty good. I'm going to throw a Cascading Doom Shield on him. There we go. Go back to our dot rotation. watch this sucker melt. Throw a Doom Shield on there just to be safe. Boom. Easy does it. We got hands. I can tribute that part. I'm not gonna buy the piece to be able to tribute that thing. Degmar. There we go. Next I'll pull this. See here, I still have twin cast running, so I'm only gonna cast these 3 dots. Smoldering, I got annihilation and stuff. Normally I should have casted that instead of smoldering. As you can see, I'm chunking through it. Alright. Now for this one, the awesome thing is this Guardian can be rooted. I showed you double tanking last time, so let's go like this. Taunt that one. Punt him aside. Boom. Dot up the prisoner. Let's get Senethul on him while we're sitting here. Yeah, see, twin cast, twin cast, twin cast. Still ticking even though I don't have it on me. Easy peasy. I'll probably end the video here through. The rest of them are all single pulls from here. As you see, he's another undead, so the Death's Malaise procs on him. I'm kind of chewing through mana a little. Hit circle. Chewing through mana pretty hard because I'm not getting lucky with Gift of Mana procs. I mean, obviously if you're having like mana issues or something, you can't dot as heavy as me since I am obviously very geared. You could maybe dot less, use like Mortificus Wounds, and just kill them much slower. You could probably even get away with that. Just those 4. As long as you have this, it probably would work before the dots drop. We'll see here. I'm also probably getting luckier with crits. And use this, your 2.0. I know it says all this, but I do get an 8% increase. Yeah, they're starting to flash. It probably would work. I did have some of that chaotic feedback, and it was a blue mob and not a yellow one like this. Let's see what happens if I do it on this. I'll also had Circle of Mana running too, so I guess probably helped my mana a little. Trying to get an Impost for Blood proc. Yeah, see, this is taking much harder. Lost is all the way down. It might get done in time. But again, I have all of these. My fire-based spells. I'm using 2 fire ones. One of these is my poison, or my disease rather. Yeah, disease. So it's ticking a lot harder. So you might not be able to get away with dotting so light. Yes, it's really like on the hair of the news. Plus I'm killing really slow, whereas normally I kill them about every 40 seconds. Yeah, it was a bit rough. Ooh, Death moves back up. Pop it, keep my mana strong. Now generally I'll run pretty much out of mana by the time I'm through this room, but you can sit in like med right here, and you could probably pull a couple of these before this guy respawns. Normally though, I'll take like a quick AFK and like I'll just set myself right there. It's safe. I might pop Cloak Shadows just to be extra safe, but I'll med up to full, get the out of combat regen, rather. Nice, proc right at the end, so it'll go through pretty much this whole dude. You gotta get the angles just right, it'll tell you can't see him. Now I'm getting really unlucky on Gift of Mana procs. I like it when it goes off, because then that's the only time I really cast Jorub, because it's so expensive. It's really nice when you get like multiple ones in a mob, and you can fire off like Jorub, Annihilation, Glistening Venom, and really melt through the mob. Nice, another lucky proc. Getting luckier with that though. Not so much of my Gift of Mana. For the next mob, maybe I'll showcase not using a healer merc. I need it generally in this zone for it to be more efficient, but this is something I do in like Brothers Island, because I can do it real easy in there without a healer merc. But I definitely need the healer merc for the named. Probably would still spawn it in Brothers Island too, but I could probably down him without it. But let's go ahead, suspend him. There he is. I might start off with an Aegis, just to buy me a little time. Pull the sucker in. Slide over. Start up the dots. Yeah, as you can see, my pet's pretty tanky. Throw a Cascading Doom Shield on him. I mean, as you can see on that last one, I had just gotten an AA. This will probably give me a full AA to skill. Yeah, it'll give me all of that. See? Yeah, that was... That was almost 100%, I think. But yeah, that's basically how I do it. And then I'll sit here, pop cloak. I lost my rune, so maybe I'll put that back on there. Get my rune back on. Quick shadows, sit here, med to full. Nice mending with that. But I can clear the room without having to have a healer merc. But if the dame spawned, I would definitely suggest popping it. I could probably do it without it, weaving in Aegis and Min Companion and stuff, but why take the chance? But anyway, yeah, it's my video. Hope y'all enjoyed.